percentage of men reckon they do more chores than their partner? It's 51%. Yeah, right.
Oh, that's right. Well, 51% of men claim to do more housework than their woman. Researchers found men tend to over-report the number of chores they actually do.
Hi, it's a load of...
We're into the final part of this morning's show. We're asking what would you miss most if men were to become extinct? Sarah, Kay and Terry's thoughts in just a moment. Yours on the usual number, please, 0277 173 5555. And there's a good reason for asking this, because yesterday we heard our British scientists have made sperm from stem cells and could very soon create trillions of healthy Sammies using DNA extracted from a flake of skin. This is the beginning of the end, fellas. If they don't need us for baby gravy, what do they need us for? The humble male is staring extinction in the face. But could you imagine what a world would be like without men? It would probably smell better. No loose eat in the world would be left upstanding. Snoring, belching, farting would be like the dodo, extinct. There would be no more war, hardly any footy, fewer boring programmes about cars. But then, who'd take the bins out? Who'd set the video? Who'd put up your shelves? Who'd change the fuse in a plug? How would you ever get anywhere when you can't read map scales? And that is a scientific fact. And that's before we get on to hiding the sausage. No men, no bangers. That is another fact. So what would you miss most about men if we were gone? Your call's in just a moment, but first the panel. Sarah, obviously the chance to get pregnant might be one of them. If you can imagine what that would be like, which is probably quite hard. Can you imagine a world without men?
No, I like men. I've got to say, I think they're kind of annoying, and I would definitely go with the fact that they do over-report household chores, because I don't know why if a man loads the dishwasher and you don't mention it, they sort of say about half an hour later, did you not notice the dishwasher's been loaded?
That is terribly true.
And then have the fantastic comment of, well, if you don't encourage me by praising me, I'm not going to do it again.
That is also very true.
Yeah, so I think those little comments perhaps wouldn't be missed, but ultimately they have some use, don't they, men? It would be a very boring world without them.
But more peaceful, Kay?
Well, would it? I don't know. It's an interesting question. Would there be no more war if there weren't any men? I don't think necessarily, because you get stronger women, weaker women. There's always an element of competition. You get aggressive women. I don't think you can necessarily assume that that's the way it would be. And actually, it was male scientists who came up with this.
Yes.
I mean, men have proven over, you know, centuries to be incredibly... This is rich coming from me, but incredibly dynamic, intelligent, energetic.
Hang on. Don't you think it's incredibly stupid?
This is a man's
incredibly stupid to spend millions of pounds researching something which inevitably makes you extinct. I mean, hello.
But see, I don't think it will, because the question of do you need them, do you want them? And maybe you don't need men, but I think most women do want men in the non-biblical sense, you know, because they are a very good antidote to us. It's a yin and yang thing, and I think we really need it. I don't fancy a world of all women, do you, Sarah?
No, certainly not. That wouldn't be so good. And also, you need to get the cells off a man from their skin. So
honestly, you could just pick it. It's in dust. I mean, human skin is dust.
You off the bed, wouldn't you? I mean, it's there in the morning anyway.
Well, it's stem cells, isn't it, for the old... Well, they could take your stem cells and make sperm.
Oh, I see.
That's how they've started off, but they reckon that they can move on from that and literally do it from a flake of skin.
So they can make,
of a female skin.
Yeah.
I love the way you say sperm.
Anymore.
Say it again.
Sperm.
Sperm.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? Oh, the country's awash with it already.
That's exactly what Jermaine Greer said in The Sun today. That is exactly what she said. But it's there everywhere. Why would you need to synthesise it?
And what I thought was, he said, you know, what is it? You know, these sperm are very motile. This is at Newcastle University, and have produced a video to prove it. And I thought, sperm have produced video. They're clever ones, aren't they? Whoa.
That'll be the girls.
Genius.
Let's turn over to you. What would you miss about men if we were gone? Hopefully, something, Beth.
We've got Helen from Glasgow on line 1.
Thanks, hon. Helen, good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody?
Very well, thank you. Obviously, staring extinction in the face. Terry and I are feeling a little iffy today. So, what, can you imagine a world without men?
No, look, men are put in this world, right, for us women to love, worship and adore. They are wonderful creatures. Seriously. where would we be without them? I would rather be dead than not have the one that I've got in my life. He's everything to me. So, no, we could not do without them. They are a gift to the world.
Well, I like the cut of your jib, Helen, I have to say.
That's what we're all like in Glasgow.
Maybe it's something in the water. Helen, you've made my day. Thank you. Let's have another, please, Beth.
We've got Sharon from London on line 4.
Sharon, good morning. What would you miss if we were gone?
Oh, I'd miss the sort of banter that you can have with men.
Arguments.
I'd miss all the troublemaking that they like to make. And also, what about sex? Never mind sex. What about the heavy breathing and all the sweet talk that comes with it? Especially if they're Jamaican.
I missed that. What did she say?
She's saying all the chat and a tongue in her ear.
Oh, God, I thought you said something else. Did you not?
I'm translating for you.
As long as it's clean and I'm not getting fired, I'm happy either way. So you'd miss the argument, Sharon. That's nice to hear. I'm sure in a world filled with women, you'd find some out there. Thank you. Let's have another.
We've got Lisa from Hertfordshire on line 2.
Lisa, good morning.
Morning.
Would you miss us?
Yes, of course I would. I mean, I live in a male-dominated household. I've got 2 boys and even the cats are male. Yes, I do have to sit on that pile of wee in the morning when I go into the loo. But it'd be just nice to curl up with somebody. I've not had a man in my life for 9 years. And I suppose I just keep meeting village idiots, and I suppose I have resigned myself to never having a man in my life. But
you're getting by, aren't you, Lisa?
And summers can only go so far, Matthew.
Yeah, come on, okay. All right.
No, you need a man. I would love a man in my life, to have those chats, to have those nice meals.
Eric, don't even think about it, mate. She's just calling in the show, all right? Eric's interested, Lisa.
Eric's got my Twitter.
Thank you for the call. Let's have another.
We've got Debbie from Coventry on line 3.
Debbie, good morning.
Morning.
Would you miss us if we were gone?
Yes, I would.
Why?
Well, because I think men are the protector.
But that's normally to protect you from other men, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if anything happens, you know, and if you've got a man in your life, you know that they're going to be there. If anything happens, they're going to be there to protect you. And I know I love curling up on a sofa with my fella and, like, having his arms around me and just cuddling into me. And it just feels really nice and I feel safe and protected.
But if there was no one to protect you from, because you're all just happy being sisters, talking about dresses and things, you wouldn't have anybody, or whatever else you talk about, I don't know.
Not into gender stereotyping, are you?
No, not at all. Not a needlework washing up. You wouldn't have anything to be protected from. Someone did get in touch with us to say that they would miss feeling superior if men removed from the world.
Well, there is a bit of that.
We're not putting them to the line.
You get treated like a big kid, don't you?
We've got to wrap it up, I'm afraid. Time speaking to us once again. Thank you for the calls. Sarah, lovely to see you again as well. Very best of luck with property, snakes and ladders as well, and your impending delivery too. Maybe next time we'll see you won't be pregnant, just for a change.
Hopefully not.
Terry Kay was here tomorrow. Give it up for the panel, ladies and gentlemen.